Today we're going to be discussing unfortunately, becoming a common issue with people of all ages due to the use of our technology. And unfortunately, as we sit here and use technology for our physical education class right now, this could unfortunately be leading you to have what's known as text neck syndrome. Text neck syndrome is an issue that's occurring due to the use of technology devices and improper posture while using these devices. So, if you are constantly using a smartphone, maybe you're using it for particular gaming purposes, for school and or for social media, and you're constantly on it on a prolonged period of times, or possibly feel that you are addicted to it, you can be having severe neck pain. And or tightness of the neck and shoulders due to the consistent use of it and improper holding while using these devices and technology. So if you've answered yes to any of the questions of the previous slide, maybe you are and have experienced some form of text neck syndrome. Now understand, we are not doctors and or are we diagnosing that you do have this syndrome. We are just going over the fact that this does possibly occur if you properly don't physically maintain your body posture properly and or prevent it with certain exercises that we are going to show you today. So with that, what is text neck syndrome? It's also known as aka tech neck syndrome. It's pain in the neck resulting from excessive. All right, having some technology issues today. There we go. So it's again excessive pain in the neck resulting from excessive texting or watching handheld devices over a sustained period of time with improper posture. It's also known as turtleneck posture. And yes, this is an exaggeration of the syndrome itself, but that's basically what's occurring is this turtleneck issue where your head is coming out and down from over the center of your body. And unfortunately, as we look around in our society, we see people constantly holding their devices down towards their waistline, having their head look over their devices and be out in front of the posture and or rest of their body, their center of gravity. So what that is causing is the force of gravity to be pulling down on our head. By pulling down on our head, it causes excessive pull and work from the muscles in the back of our neck, causing them to be overstretched, and along with weakening of the muscles in the front of our body due to the fact that they are not being stretched and or worked because our head is in the downward position. And this balance or imbalance of our muscles can lead to pain in our neck and or functioning of our neck muscles in itself. So again, what's happening is when we stand in the correct postural position, neutral position with our head over our head weighs about 10 to 12 pounds. But as we look down on our devices at different angles from 15 to 30 to 45 degrees and lastly 60 degrees as this image, it puts strain on these muscles in the back of our neck and weakens the muscles in the front in our chest region, due to the fact that gravity is pulling down on our head. And that pull is about 60 pounds of force being placed on our muscles connected to our vertebral column, trying to hold ourselves in that proper neutral position. So it's putting strain on the muscles, but also our cervical or vertebral column, the bones of our neck there. And as you see, again, whether we're seated or standing, it's putting strain on that muscles and the vertebral column, or even when we're sitting, at times we're looking down and hunched over our computers, Chromebooks, and or devices, causing weakening of these chest muscles, tightening and overstretching of these muscles in the back, with our head extended out in front. So this imbalance is what leads to the pain and or weakness of muscles and poor posture. Prevalence currently is that research has showed that people of all ages, millions of people actually of all ages, are being affected by this. In our graph here, it's approximately 60% of users of technology, whether it's a handheld device and or computer or laptop, have and or will experience some pain in the neck, shoulder regions of the body due to the use of these technology devices. What pain in the neck? How to prevent Text neck syndrome. Avoid excessive sustained use of handheld devices. We unfortunately are in a day and age where we're constantly using this technology, and if we are using this technology, we should try to prevent ourselves from using it all the time and or take breaks from using it. With that, we should try to keep our head in a straight neutral position as we are using it, as this person is using in the image here. They're holding up their device to keep themselves in that neutral, proper body posture position, not looking down on it, as in this picture. I know this might not look cool or may not look proper, but this actually will be more beneficial to us. Setting up our devices at that eye level. Even our computers and laptops should technically be set more at an eye level position. Hopefully, as I'm talking about this presentation, you are being more conscientious or cognizant of what you are and how you are sitting here, looking at your device and or computer or laptop or whatever you're using right now. And hopefully with that being said, you're thinking about how you can correct your posture and or position so that your devices are more at eye level, preventing you from getting text neck or tech neck syndrome. We can also perform some exercises to help us prevent text neck syndrome, and those 4 exercises that we're going to look at and work on today are called chin tucks, scapular squeeze, supine chin tucks, and Peck Stretch. Our chin tucks involve us sitting up, or we can also be standing tall. If we're sitting up or standing tall, we're then going to work on bringing our chin backwards, as if a string is pulling your head back slightly towards the back of your head. That's to say chin back slightly. So as you can see, my chin is getting pulled back. Chin is getting pulled back toward the back of my head. I'm not bringing my chin down, not that chin tuck. We're bringing our chin back towards the back of our head. I'm using my finger as a guide to know that my chin is moving back and not staying in a position and or coming down. It's actually trying to basically create a double chin in this position here. We're going to do this exercise by holding it for 5 seconds and then resting and then repeating 5 more times. So go ahead and try that. Again, we're going to bring our chin back, holding it for 5 seconds and then resting and repeating 5 more times. So go ahead and try that now. Make sure you sit up nice and tall or stand up nice and tall as you do this. Good. So now we move on to our next set of exercises. Our next set of exercises is called the scapular squeeze. So again, we're going to be sitting up tall or standing tall. You're going to bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle and create fists with your hands. And when you do that, you're going to act like you're pulling something backwards. So as I do this, I'm going to bring my shoulder blades and shoulders back, squeezing, making sure I sit up nice and tall. You can do a chin tuck as you do this, but please make sure you keep your head over your body in a neutral position, and work to squeeze your shoulder blades together as if you're trying to hold something in between your shoulder blades here, right in line with your spine. So go ahead, let's try that. Holding it for 5 seconds and resting and relaxing, and then repeating that 5 more times. Our supine chin tucks. Supine means laying down on our back with our head facing forward. So here we are. We're going to lie down on our backs. with our head facing forward, feet on the ground, knees bent at 90-degree angles. We're going to roll up a towel and place it underneath our head so that we're going to place that towel underneath our neck and the curve of our neck. So roll up that towel nice and tight. Our head should be slightly off the ground. Back of the head should be slightly off the ground. And we're going to perform that chin tuck, bringing our chin to the back of our head and to the ground here. Just as we did with our seated or standing chin tucks, we're going to do them in a supine or lying down position. And again, we're going to hold for 5 seconds and repeat this for 5 times. So we're going to set ourselves with the towel underneath our neck and that curve of our neck. We're going to work to bring our chin down and back towards the ground, holding it for 5 seconds, and then resting and repeating 5 times. And go ahead and try that now. Make sure you keep your body nice and flat on the ground. Keep your back flat on the ground as you do that. And then our last stretch is a peck stretch. So this one we have to do standing up nice and tall. We're going to clasp our hands behind our back. We're going to straighten our arms and push down with our hands. And we're going to hold that position for 5 seconds. So again, we're going to stand up nice and tall, head over our shoulders. We're going to clasp our hands behind our back. We're going to straighten our arms, pushing our hands downwards, which is basically opening up our chest and pulling our shoulder blades together. So here, pushing arms backwards, keeping our head over our shoulders in line, keeping our chin slightly tucked, tuck position. It helps stretch our chest muscles along with our neck muscles. So again, hold that for 5 seconds and repeat 5 times. Now, these are 4 common exercises that you can do throughout your day, at home, at your desk, in school, or wherever you are. And it's only going to help you prevent tech neck syndrome or turtleneck syndrome. Along with that, make sure you have proper posture, sitting correctly at your desk, having the computer and or device up at eye level, shoulders and elbows close to the body, chin up and back, not looking down again by setting that eye level. You have your feet on the floor with back support for curve in the spine here. This is the proper position for sitting. But again, the exercises that I provided with you with today, you should try to do throughout your day, and or at least once a day to help prevent that pain in the neck, tech neck syndrome or turtleneck syndrome. And of course, please feel free to share these with the family and friends, because unfortunately, everybody's going to experience and or deal with it in one form or another due to the fact that our society is surrounded by technology. Keep getting better.